Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with HerballyHipTarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing out there? This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Really quick before we get started, if you hit that subscribe button, I think you're going to like it here. Let's get into it. Let's get into the shit. Okay? This dude is... The Orangemenace is in full effect, okay? Okay, yesterday, I was watching him make the biggest fool out of himself in the United States. He was with the African president. And he said, the African president is sitting right next to him, okay? This man has these narcissistic psychopaths. They have nerve. They love a situation that feels very uncomfortable and awkward. They love that unawkward. I've been in it because I have narcissists in my family. They love to make the situation awkward, uncomfortable. They revel in it, okay? This fool says right to the African president, who's sitting right next to him with the cameras on, genocide is happening to white farmers in South Africa. So the African president basically laughs at him and says, okay. And then a reporter says to him, what is it going to take? Because the African president said this is not happening. And an African report, I think it was an African reporter, because Orangemenace didn't yell at her. Said, what is it going to take for you to realize that there is not a genocide happening to the African white farmers in Africa? And so then the black African president, he said, and you'll understand why I said the black African president. This all matters. The black African president said, you know what? Don't take my word for it, okay? I brought with me my cabinet, and my cabinet has many white members in it. In fact, my white cabinet member, who's an agriculture minister, says this is not true. He goes, you want to speak on that? So he sits back and lets his white agriculture minister say this is not true. And he goes, listen, Trump, you know me. Okay, I've known you for a long time. So this man knows Trump, okay? He goes, this is not happening. Well, first, the black African president said, if this was happening, I have white members in my cabinet. They would not work for me, and they would not allow for this to happen. But don't listen to me. Listen to my white agriculture minister who's in my cabinet. Let him talk about it. And I have a couple of other white cabinet members that you can ask about this also. So the agriculture minister said, no, this is not happening. Okay? We're not having... Now, do we have violence in our country? Yes. And is it out of hand? Yes. But it's not just a genocide to the white farmers. The gangs in our country have gone insane, okay? And it's across the board, okay? People getting maimed. Now, we have that problem. We would love your help with getting control over our country with these gangs. But it's the gangs, and they're killing everybody. It ain't just the genocide to white farmers. And the Orangemenace, before this all happened, he goes, what did he show? He started showing pictures. He goes, look at this picture. Dead. Of all these pictures of dead people. And they're fake pictures. Then he goes, roll the film. And the film was just one limo after the next limo after the next limo for funeral processions for different dead people. Is everyone having their funeral at the same time? It was insane, okay? Obviously all made up. If you're going to make up a lie like this, why would you bring the president who can bring evidence that this is not happening? What an idiot. He made a fool out of himself, and he made our country look stupid, okay? That we actually, anyone in this country, not us, but any in this country voted for this fool. Okay, oh, and that's what she started showing too. He started showing like burial sites. And he goes, there's burial sites everywhere. And there's you can see all the white flags, they're everywhere. They're on both sides of the street. And the African president goes, I've never seen these pictures before. Where'd you get these from? Trump, I don't know. Oh, you mean your people picked up these pictures and just got them off of Google? Made a complete fool out of himself. So I want to do a reading on that. Just an open reading of what else Spirit wants to tell us about this fool and that situation yesterday. That was insane. Okay, oh, okay, I'm just gonna read my notes, okay, as I was listening to this. This is what he specifically said about the burial sites. He said over 1,000 burial sites, thousands of crosses, of white farmers. And like I said, the president told him that is not even happening. That's not true. But also his white agricultural minister told him, who's known him for a long time, so that ain't happening. Okay, so I did cover everything with that. Okay, I just want to make sure I got all my notes, because look, I wrote all these notes down. But I said everything I need to say about that. So we'll do just an open read on the Orangemenace saying that there is genocide happening to the white farmers in South Africa. Then the next thing I want to read is Orangemenace asked for a plane. It was not given. Okay, let's do an open reading on that. He always keeps saying it was a gift, it was a gift. No, he asked for that plane, supposedly. So I just want to do an open read on that. Let the spirit team, let us, whatever they want to tell us, okay? Where is my, that is so weird. I always have my pendulum. Where the heck did my pendulum go? It's always right here in front of me. Okay, that's odd. I'm going to pause you guys real quick. Look for my pendulum. Okay.
I think the thing that frustrates me the most.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I put it over here on the side where I never have it. Anyway, clear, spirit. Open read on Orangemenace saying genocide is happening to white farmers in South Africa. Should we use what lies beneath? No. Clear. Should we use true crime? No. Okay. Clear. Spirit. Should we use Twin Flame Awakened Path Tarot? No. Clear. Spirit, should we use Mystic Black Rose? Okay, so we're going to use Mystic Black Rose for that. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Clear. Spirit, Orangemenace asked for a plane. It was not given to him. Should we use Mystic Red Rose Oracle? No. Clear. Should we use Mystic Black Rose? Yes. Clear. Is there any other cards better to use for this? No. Okay. So we're going to use Mystic Black Tarot for both these. Just a second, guys. I'm just organizing my cards a little bit. There we go. All right, so let me shuffle, and I'll be right back. Okay, Orangemenace saying genocide is happening to white farmers in South Africa. Open read. Drama. That's all that is drama. Lies. Okay? And he was told yesterday, what you're doing is lying. You're making drama and you're lying. Emotions. He's playing on people's emotions, okay? And let me talk about this real quick. The emotions he's playing on is this, okay? It's an old thing, okay? It's being done since, we'll go back to slavery. At least, and he's done this, and they play on people's emotions, okay? And we all know about this, but I'm just going to say it again, okay? A lot of poor white people get tricked into this because they constantly tell them, hey, you're white, you're better. At least you're not black. At least you're not Mexican. At least you're not Asian. At least you're not Native, because you're above them. So it gives poor white people a thing to be like, okay, well, at least I'm not like them. I'm up here at least. Okay? It's all BS. Okay? And when this country realizes that that's BS, everything will rise. Okay? Because that's an old trope, and he's doing it again. And for years, that crap has worked. Now, this is the change we're going through right now. That's supposed to change this whole BS that's been said. This old trope that has been pumped out and pumped out and pumped out for hundreds of years. Also, why we are where we're at right now. This drama card, what does it say besides the things I said? Creating problems. He's creating problems. Thirsty for attention. He's a narcissist. Overreacting to a problem that doesn't even exist. He's a drama queen. That was the first card out. And that's exactly what the African president thinks and his whole cabinet. Okay? Emotions. Like waves, in and out, crashing, unpredictable. And they know that's why he does these things. He knows he's playing on people's emotions with that story. Just like they're eating the cats and dogs. It's playing on people's racism, prejudices, fears, all the shit. Okay? The things I heard this morning, okay, I gotta calm down. I really need to calm down. I'm very empathic, so I'm feeling the country's stress level. There we go. I work out 5 days a week, and I will definitely enjoy my Zumba class, my Zumba today, and my Pilates, and my creating today, because I need it. Okay, magnifying glass. I'm trying to think about what I'm reading about. Yeah, they're killing all the farmers. Okay. Magnifying glass. Showing proof. Validation. Confirmation. Finding the truth. Can you believe this? This is exactly what... Okay, two things. The Orangemenace yesterday thought he was showing proof by showing these papers. That meant nothing. No evidence. Just random pictures. Okay? Of dead people that were killed. Then the film going with all of the limos just going by carrying caskets. Everyone's getting killed at the same time, and they're having 100 funerals, and they're just going. And then yesterday, what the African president did, he goes, let me bring my white cabinet members with me so they can let the Orangemenace know and everybody in America that this isn't happening. So they brought the goods, okay? They brought the magnifying mirror, okay? To illuminate the Orangemenace's lies. Single. What the heck is this? Independent. Freedom from attachment. Available to date. I'm looking at the independent word. I'm looking at the independent and the freedom from. Let me let that hang for a minute. Risky. What the Orangemenace did was risky, okay? Very risky. Risky and stupid at the same time. Dumb. You made up a whole lie with pictures and film, And then you brought the people who could actually bring proof that you're lying. Very risky, very stupid. Unprotected sex, sexual disease, partner to partner, unsafe decisions. Okay, that was an unsafe and dumb decision. For one, to make up the lie in the first place. But then you brought the people that could totally prove that you lied. You sit there and look like an absolute idiot. But the sad thing is there are other idiots who will believe you. Decision. Wrong reasons. Contemplating. Stay or leave. Uncertain. What I'm getting is that the people that were there, a part of the Orangemenace's cabinet, they're at this point where they're like, do I need to stay or leave? And they're uncertain right now, but they're contemplating. It says wrong reasons, contemplating, stay or leave, uncertain. They're feeling all of that. This is the second time they've been in that office, and it has been disgusting, horrible, embarrassing. And they're like, do I want to put myself through this anymore? Side piece. Mistress, flirting with others, the other woman, secret hookup. What was interesting this time, he didn't have a side piece this last time. He had a side piece the first time he did this, which was Vance. But this time he didn't have no side piece. All he had was himself to sit there and look stupid. Nobody else jumped in. Triggers. Flashbacks. Trauma. Trauma bond. Inner child wounds. Attracting toxic. I just said that, didn't I? They are having flashbacks. Literally flashbacks at the last time that Vance and the Orangemenace did this to Zelensky. They're all triggered. They're like, oh my God, here we go again. They were all sitting on that couch, and also around the, you know how they all stand around here's the Orangemenace and whatever president there is, and then usually on this couch over here it might be Vance and some other people and Rubio, and then there's some others standing. It was like that, but none of them jumped in this time to protect him with his lies. Memories. Reminiscing, dwelling, good times, looking back. Again, this is supporting the whole thing about what I'm really getting out of this reading is looking back. These guys are looking back going, this is not good. Okay? Him making up these lies, embarrassing himself, embarrassing us. So that's that looking back. Ghost. Leaving behind, disappearing, cold, no contact. Again, this reading is, I didn't think it was going to be more about his cabinet. They're like, they want out. Leaving behind, disappearing, cold, no contact. This is how they're starting to feel. They're starting to go cold with him. They want out. They want no contact with him. They want to leave him behind. What's with the secrets? Love affair. Keeping things inside, not opening up. Illusions. Yeah. They've all been keeping secrets for him. They've been keeping things inside. But at this point, they don't know if they want to still do all this. Because this is crazy. Let's ask this question. Clear spirit. Is the Orangemenace saying these lies about the white farmers? Is he doing this to dehumanize black people. Yes. Clear. Is he trying to divide white and black people? Is that why he's doing this? Yes. He's always done this. They've always all done this. At least you're not black. You might be poor and white, but you're not black. Clear. Spirit. Is that what he's saying to white people who are poor and maybe uneducated? You might be poor and uneducated, but you're not black. You're not dark. Is this what he's doing when he does this? Yes. He's disgusting. He's absolutely disgusting. And thank God. Oh, it looks like, only 30% of America buys into this. Okay? Only 30% of America buys into this. Thank God. Clear. Spirit. Are there cabinet members that are close to the Orangemenace that just want out of the White House? Yep. Clear. Did yesterday's escapades, did that make them want to leave even more? Look at that swing. Yes. Clear. Are there going to be cabinet members who we see quitting in the next days and weeks? I didn't think this was I didn't know how this was gonna go. But it showed you this card here, showing proof, validation, confirmation, and finding the truth. That's why that African president came there. He goes, oh, you're gonna keep saying this? I'm coming to the White House and I'm bringing receipts. And then it went to the thing that the Orangemenace's cabinet is, they're tired of his crap. They want to go. So, you know what? Watch this space. Let's watch this space to see how many people start quitting in the next days and weeks. Okay. They're all sick of his drama. And he's humiliating them. He's just humiliating them and himself. Okay, now let's read on the Orangemenace asked for a plane, and it was not. Okay, so what I understand, that plane was not gifted to him. He asked for a plane. They just said, no, we ain't gonna give you no plane. Go walk into a wall. If you know what I'm talking about from yesterday, I was talking about why he had to be stopped from walking into a wall. Okay, so so we use Mystic Black Rose for this too. So let me shuffle and I'll be right back. Okay, so again, Orangemenace, he asked for that plane. He wasn't given it. Well, let's read. Family. So just doing an open read on that. Obsession. All right, first family. Starting a family, making a home, feeling safe, security. Okay. What does that have to do with he asked for a plane? It wasn't a gift. Okay, I'm getting feeling safe and security. I'm getting that that Arab country just wanted to make him feel at home, make him feel safe and secure, so they could take advantage of him. Okay? They know he can be bought. Obsession. Holding on, clinging, can't let go, anxiety. Holding on, can't let go, anxiety. That's the Orangemenace, just wanting to hold on to his image of being rich, flying in the most beautiful planes that have gold, that are made of gold, because he's wonderful. So he's holding on. He can't let go of that. Okay, he wants more and more and more. That plane, the plane that they've always used in the White House, that's not good enough for him. Okay, he has to have more. Okay, he has to have all gold flying in the air. Anchor. Hold it together. Getting a grip. Heaviness. Chained up. What I'm getting is that he needs to be anchored. He needs to be chained up. He's like a wild dog. Deja vu. He needs to be stopped. There's history happened in the past. Repeated patterns. Yeah. There's history in the past, repeated patterns. And the repeated patterns is he's for sale. And everybody knows it. And that's what makes it very dangerous to live in this country, because he can be bought. That's very dangerous to be a president who can be bought. Risky. Unprotected sex, sexual disease, partner to partner, unsafe decisions. That's what he made, was an unsafe decision when he decided to ask for a plane. I want that plane. What can I do for you? Quick pro quo. Again, what he got impeached for the first time. Extreme. Harshness, cutting off, erratic decisions. That's him. He's extreme. Dismiss. And that was an extreme ask. Can I have a $400 billion plane? Is it 400 billion or million? I don't know. It's expensive as hell. Okay? Can I have that expensive plane? That's extreme. Dismiss. Who asked somebody for a plane? Disregard, ignore, looking the other way, leaving behind. Okay, I'm going to let that one ride for a second. Past. There is history. It happened. Left behind. Looking back. Okay, there is history. It happened. Okay, you know what? I just said this. Quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. There we go. Quid pro quo. That's exactly what it is. And this happened before. Remember Zelensky? If you dig up information on Biden and present it and say that he's a criminal, then you can come to the White House. It's the same thing. If you give me a plane, I'll give you something. Same thing. It happened in the past. It's happening again. Adam Schiff said, he said, he's doing this. He'll do this again. If you do not impeach and remove him, he'll do this again. He's doing it now on steroids. Quid pro quos. Dating. Dating sites. Hooking up. Seeing someone. One night stand. It's just dating, hooking up, seeing someone, one night stands. This is just him going. This is saying he's going to go around the world and try to make deals so he can profit. He's going to have a whole lot of dating sites and a whole bunch of hooks-ups and one night stands. Surprises. Unexpected actions. 1 second. There's a card here that means 1 second, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, this card. Okay, this anchor card. Okay, this goes with this one. Okay, surprise, unexpected action, spontaneous, showing up, unexpected change. Okay, you guys, expect a surprise, unexpected, something, unexpected change. And hopefully that he's not getting that damn plane. Twin flames. Reflection of soul, mirrored emotions, you're the other half, shared feelings. Reflection of soul, mirrored emotions, shared feelings. What I'm getting with this card, I'm getting from Spirit Team, is that we all know that this is all wrong. We have shared feelings. This is all wrong. As a collective, we're like the twin flames. As a collective, we know. Okay? 70% of us know this is wrong. Quid pro quos are wrong. This president is dead wrong. It's just it's a mess. It's a hot mess. So let's ask just to confirm everything we read. Clear. Spirit. Was the Orangemenace given that plane as a present? No. Clear. Did he ask for that plane? Yes. Clear. Was this a quid pro quo? Yes. So he came up with that out of his own little head that he wants a plane. I don't know how that went down. Did he like show it? Did they show him this plane and then he's like, "Oh, I'd love to have that plane. What can I give you for that plane? What of the American peoples can I give you for that plane?" All right, you guys, let's end this session positively with Enchanted Forest Oracles. My favorite. I love these. Okay, let's take one right off the top. Okay. These are some cards from yesterday, and I put them back on top. That's why I was putting those beneath to get to new cards. Okay, Ancient Monolith. Beautiful. Stand tall and project what is precious to you. Stand tall and protect what is precious to you. Beautiful. You guys, I give these messages. Take them if they resonate with you. If they don't take them. But usually these things resonate with me. Okay, you guys, that is it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Comments, questions, anything you want me to read on, leave it below. Girl, do something. Girls and boys, do something to make yourself happy, okay? Because we're going through the, okay? Like I said, love, peace, and happiness, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be out shortly. All right, bye, guys.